today, if you pay attention, we're gonna play games and we have prizes. And if you guys pay attention, and we're gonna ask questions at the end, and y'all get to take pictures. We have two dogs today here. That one is coming. We have a surprise for all of you. So we're gonna take pictures at the end. We're gonna play games and we have prizes for you. So everybody pay attention. If you guys have a question, it's okay to raise your hand and we'll stop and we'll answer your question. Okay? So at any time you guys are curious about something or have a question, let us know. Okay? All right. So we're gonna start with Mr. Rob.
All right. How you kids doing? So first, let me ask you something. How many of you have pets at home? Dogs, cats, right? Cats. Okay. And how many of those dogs have had babies? All of them? A lot, right? Have had babies. So, but how many of you like to see them out in the street, when it's cold, when it's raining, when they're sad? No, right? None of us. So, we don't like to see that, right? So a big problem we have here in Houston is there are a ton of them. A lot of strays out there, right? Stray cats, stray dogs, everything. And just on your way here today, who saw a stray dog today?
Me.
Right?
I see them
All the time, right? Yeah. One of the big things we want you guys to help us out with is talking to your parents about spaying and neutering your pets, because we don't want to see any more dogs out there, right? Like this? Because it's sad, right?
Yeah.
But that's why we're here today. So who here knows a local animal shelter? Can anyone give me a name? You can just throw it out there. Okay. So there's two other ones around here. One is Bark, and then there's the Canino Animal Shelter, okay? So these two places, again, we want you to spay and neuter your pets, right? But a lot of us do like puppies, right? We like having puppies around because they're so cute. And the best place to get a puppy or a little kitten is an animal shelter or with the rescue. That way you can ensure that you're saving a life. You guys can play a big part in this. We want you to all become animal advocates. And I know most of y'all are gonna go out and become, work in your professions and everything, and you're gonna hopefully help us help them. So one of the things you can do, again, is talk to your parents about spaying and neutering your animals. And instead of buying a pet, say at a pet store or something, you go to the animal shelter and save a life, because they rely on you. And even though you guys are young, you can really help us out with this.
Hi guys, how are y'all doing today? Good. We good? Okay, so everybody has raised their hand if they have a dog. Who has a cat? All right. Are they indoor, outdoor, or are they just indoor cats? Indoor. See, cats really I feel like should be indoor. They're safer, they're small. And if they're outside, sometimes the dogs see them and think, oh, there's a cat. And sometimes they have tussles. So I do think that the cats should be indoor, but there is indoor, outdoor cats that are safe. On your cats, are they all on flea medicine? Do you all know? Do you know what that is? You do? They never, good. Well, you do also need to take your cats to the vet. Do they go to the vet and get their shots? Are all the cats, anybody? Are they go to the vet? Yes, good, very good. Because cats are important that they go to the vet also. Dogs, let's say we get a puppy. What do puppies do the most? Wait, what do you think?
They run around a lot.
That's not what they do the most.
They think that are things that you buy are food.
That's something they like to chew a lot, but that's not what puppies
Eat. That's what my puppies do.
That's what your puppy does?
Make a mess.
Poop. Puppies poop. A lot. They make huge messes. You take them outside, they go to the bathroom. You bring them back in, they go to the bathroom. So, when you get a puppy, you have to be responsible and understand you're going to be cleaning up a lot. They're going to chew toilet paper, paper towels, your shoes, your couch. All of this can be prevented if you give them the proper attention and play with them and exercise them and do all of that. Then they will not destroy your place, and you will have a puppy that grows up to be a good dog. So if you decide to ever get a puppy, you have to make sure you're going to dedicate every single day a few hours a day of exercise? No? Is that a lot of responsibility? It is a lot of responsibility, and that's, you all are old enough to know, is this something I want to do? Am I going to every day make this my family member and make it a good family member that understands the rules and gets the exercise? You know, when it rains a lot, which we get in Houston, and we're stuck inside for like 3 or 4 days in a row, don't you find yourself, you're just like, oh my gosh, I need to go outside and play. I need to exercise. I need to run around. No? Oh my gosh, I go crazy. Good, yeah. I have to get out and move around. Yeah, there you go. Umbrella's a good thing.
Outside in a few hours, I'm going to start breaking all my toys.
Oh, well, don't break your toys.
I'll do it to a dog environment for 3 days.
Okay, well, let's get back to puppies and dogs. So we understand that puppies need a lot of attention, and it's a whole family that it takes to raise a puppy. Not just the parents, but the kids too, so that these puppies grow up to be good dogs. And when they're good dogs, they really are your family kind of thing. Now, what is it we have to do for puppies, dogs, and cats? What do we have to do every single day? Feed them. What else? Yes, take them. Water, very, very good. And play with them, exercise. Yes. Walk them. Walking is huge.
Take them to the restroom.
Bathe them. Bathing is good. You want to give them a bath. Another thing that you have to do for them is not just spend the time, but you also want to make sure that they have fresh water and they have a nice bed to go to, or maybe a crate that they can sleep in at night, so that at night they don't destroy the house until they get older and know the rules, kind of. What do you got over here?
What do you do to exercise them?
Go outside and play ball with them. Put them on a leash and take them for a walk.
What about hula? What about the thing that you hold and they jump?
If you can teach them to do that, that's fabulous. And they love to learn. They want to please you and they want to learn.
Okay, so how many of y'all have gone to the vet with your parent, with your dog, with your cat? You've been in there, seen what they do at the vet? Okay, so when you get a puppy or even an older dog, you have to get vaccines, just like you get vaccines, right? Sometimes your parents come for you at school and you go to the doctor and get your shots, right? So I won't go into how many months you have to go to the vet with your dog or your cat, but every year, every few months, you do have to go and get them vaccines so they're protected, so they don't get sick. So that's one thing that your vet is going to take care of. But they might also give you a pill for your animal to take home with you. It's called a dewormer. So it's in their stomach, so you don't want worms in their stomach, and they'll give them a little pill. Well, you can't really say. We'll pass it around, but and here is a worm. So when you give your pet the medication, it's gonna come out. So if you see, it's like, it looks like spaghetti or like little rice in their poop, you know that the medication is working. So this is a heart in here. We'll pass it around too. And these will also look like spaghetti, and it's heartworms. So where do you think that these worms live? Like I said, the other worms live in their stomach. Okay.
I think those worms probably live inside the heart.
Right, exactly, just like that, heartworms. So the mosquito injects the little baby worm into their bloodstream, and it travels into their heart, and it grows. So that's how they get heartworms. And for some heartworms, they vary in sizes, but they can get up to a foot long. So imagine this inside of the heart, and once they're in there, especially if your dog keeps getting bit over and over, they're gonna get more. So they're gonna keep reproducing and have tons of little baby worms in their hearts, and they can get into their lungs also. So if you notice that your dog is coughing, or if your dog is usually very playful and loves to play and exercise, but it's kind of down, just sad, just wants to sleep, or it's having trouble breathing, you should tell your parents that something's not right with the dog, and that maybe they should take it to the vet because it might be heartworms. Because when it's in the heart, it's blocking the blood flow. So the vet will give you a little box like this, and inside they will have little tablets. Well, this is my dog Cody, so this is his medication, and so it's just a little pill that you give to them. It can be chewable, or maybe you need to hide it in a treat, maybe like a piece of cheese or whatever you have. And it's once a month. So every single month you have to give this to your pet, because if you forget, maybe like 5 days, but there's mosquitoes around and it gets bitten, it can have heartworms, more than likely. So then you want to prevent that. So a good way that we remember to give heartworm prevention is the 1st of every month. So what's next month going to be? Right now it's December, so what's the next month? January. So when would you give your dog the heartworm prevention? And then? And then? Right. So that's a good way that you can help your parents, because your parents, we know that they're very busy. So if you remember that, if you have pets at home, the 1st of every month, ask your parents, have you given them the heartworm prevention? Because we know how important it is. We don't want, our pets can die if they don't get treated.
How many here have dogs? Good, good. How many here have small dogs? Okay. Chihuahuas? Okay, good, good. Nice, nice. It's all right. Come here. So how many here are responsible for walking your dog every day? Are you lying? Okay. Do your parents help you walk your dog? No? You walking on your own? Okay. Does it pull you a lot? Okay, good. Well, the first thing I want to talk to you about a dog is dog bite prevention, how not to get bitten by a dog. The number one thing you want to do is try to approach, when you first meet a dog, is not to hug the dog, right? Because the first thing that they want to do is retreat. If they feel trapped, then they can snap. Not necessarily to actually bite you, but just to warn you, right? And a lot of kids tend to get bitten in the face that way because they approach, especially because you're so leveled to the dog itself. The best thing you want to do is allow the dog to sniff you. Dogs work in nose, eyes, ears. If you allow the dog just to see you and hear you, and you don't allow the dog to sniff you, the dog's really not going to know you. They recognize you through smell, through scent. This is how 60% of their brain is controlled by this little thing right here. See, right now it's all attention through the eyes, right? But if we use food, we can actually encourage the nose to start working. See, he's a very driven dog. When you see a dog that does that to balls, it's called a drive, a ball drive. You want to use the nose. You see, the nose is going to focus first. See, he's excited. So I'm not going to give the treat yet until he relaxes. See, because right now he's demanding for the food. A lot of people would just give him the treat right there. A lot of people would have given the treat right there and then, but then you will keep rewarding that excitement. Come here. So what you really want to do is wait for the dog to relax a little bit. And you know when your dog is fully relaxed when the tail stops wagging. So right now he's excited because he's in a very different environment and he's around kids. And so he likes to show off a lot too. He loves people. So the more we make him wait, so you see how the tail stopped now? Now we can give the treat. So now he waited for it. I made him work for the food. There's nothing wrong with making your dog work for, see, now he knows where it's at. Pharaoh, he's what? Oh, he doesn't even mind it. He's so fixated on it. We'll take it off in a little bit. And so now the next, shh. See, you see how I snap my fingers and I do that little sound? That's just to send his brain back down a lower level. Because if I keep communicating with him that way, we're never going to get anywhere. Just like if I try to talk to y'all and y'all very loud, I'm not going to be able to say anything. Well, you're not going to be able to hear me. Same thing with him. If I send a little sound, that allows him to slow down, and then I can get his attention again. Pharaoh, down. Pharaoh, sit down. Down. Pharaoh, sit. Give me a paw. There you go. See, how many of you have taught your dog to sit and do the paw? Okay, good, good, good. How did you teach your dog how to do that? Uh-huh. Right. Exactly. Good. So that's repetition. Dogs learn through repetition, and what repetition creates for them is discipline. Something that your teachers apply to you every day is discipline as well. The dog, he's a boy. His name is Pharaoh.
And don't forget to adopt, foster, volunteer, or donate and help save a life.